You're someone who I consider to be gifted not only in gift giving, but in also spreading the love of gift giving to others. And that's actually one of the reasons I was most excited to interview you, because you've introduced me to a revolutionary new concept known as the Pinterest party. And I would love for you to share with our viewers exactly what a Pinterest party is and why you decided to host one in the first place.
Okay, this is one of my favorite subjects. A couple of years ago, my mom and I, who also loves to craft, she's kind of my partner in crime for that, we were really brainstorming something to do that could get together our crafty friends and even some of our not so crafty friends, kind of for just a ladies' day, and really wanted to kind of share tutorials that people could then go home and replicate so they could give inexpensive but really meaningful handmade gifts. So it's definitely a little bit of a labor of love. There's a lot of what we've really kind of discovered in hosting, the 4 or 5 that we've done is there's a lot of prep work involved. And I think what that really does is, one, it's a little bit of work on our end, but I think it makes the experience for everyone that shows up just really great. So you don't have to be terribly crafty. You don't have to know how to use really fancy tools. But we really kind of take all of the prep work, the cutting, the gathering of supplies, just kind of all of the that work out of the party, and really you just get to show up and sit down and craft. So, from handmade ornaments to creative ways to give, snack mix or candy, some home decor that makes really cute gifts that are easy to replicate once you get home. So it's a passion, and ours is coming up soon. So I'm really excited for this year's.
Yes, so am I. I'll definitely be there.
Yay.
So, you sort of have alluded to the fact that you've worked really hard to streamline the process and make it really efficient. Could you maybe share, maybe some of the ways you used to run things and what didn't work and the changes you made in addition to that prep work that have really made it such a smooth experience for everyone?
Well, once we kind of, scour Pinterest for inspiration, of course, and we make a pin board, and then we get together and, try to decide, let's make 10 crafts or gifts that people can take home. And what we really found is that, certain craft ideas are really challenging. We did a yarn wrapped embroidery hoop wreath that ended up being really time consuming. It was really cute, but it was a little bit more challenging for some of our not so crafty friends. So we've really kind of fine-tuned the type of projects that we do. Acrylic paint projects dry really quickly, so those are always fun to do. People love anything that is like a wood craft and home decor. A lot of paper projects are really fun too. We love to do banners because those are really easy to cut all of the pieces out beforehand and then really just do the assembly at the party. So I think one of the other things that we found was really helpful was to try to use some of the same supplies in multiple crafts, because then you're not buying quite so many supplies. You are able to, kind of knock a few things out at the same time. So that's one of the things that we found recently has worked really well.
Oh yeah, no, and I love how you have, when you show up to the party, at every spot at the table, there's like a little cute paper bag, and inside are all of the elements that are needed for each craft in a separate Ziploc.
Exactly.
And I thought that was just so, it made the teacher in me so happy just to see all these little compartments, and then you kind of get to dig through and get hints of what we're doing today. And I also love that you have samples of the finished product. I feel like
yes.
That is so helpful to be able to see what it's supposed to look like and sort of have something to go off of there. Now, I remember you telling me, didn't you have the first Pinterest party in your house or in your mom's house?
Yeah, we had it at my house. We had 27 ladies.
Wow.
Crammed in my dining room and our living room and kind of the entryway between our kitchen. So it was really crowded and everybody had a great time, but we realized at that point we needed a bigger space.
Yeah.
Just to really kind of, for ease of use, so everybody had space to complete all the projects. And also just so we could, at that party, we also found we kind of had stations at that party, and we found that it was much easier to have everyone do one craft at the same time. So again, those are some of the tips that we've learned, trial and error, to make the party, a lot more effective and just a lot more fun.
Oh yeah, no, and I think you've really hit the nail on the head with your current system. And I didn't get to go to that first one at your house because I didn't know you then, but just having gone to the ones that you've hosted at your church in that sort of community room, it's the perfect space, just a nice big open room, and you have the tables sort of in like a U shape with you and your mom at, the opening, and just it's like a little class where the teachers explain how to make it, and then we all get to work and we get to chit chat. And I love that you have everyone bring something to eat, so it's also you leave with an empty or with a full belly, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, the snacks are important. It's definitely always fun to have crafts and food.